Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cup Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you had a good Christmas. Obviously, Merry Christmas for a couple of days ago. Hopefully, everyone had a good Boxing Day as well. It was a very good Boxing Day, I think, for us because the Reds are back at the top of the Premier League table. Yes, we did manage to beat Burnley by 2-0. Was it the most convincing game ever? And again, no, it wasn't. Thanks to Liverpool for that. But still, look, Liverpool got the 3 points thanks to, of course, Darwin Nunez getting his first goal in 13 games for the Reds, which again, we want to see a lot more of what we saw last night from Darwin, creating goals, scoring goals as well, and finishing off chances. And as well, Diogo Jota, how amazing was it yesterday seeing this man back in a Liverpool shirt again? Obviously, I think an article came out saying that Christmas Day, I don't think he knew he was going to play, but got the call up to join the squad. And yeah, scored the winning goal practically for Liverpool last night as well. So again, look, at the end of the day, it could be better. Yesterday, of course, there was about 1,000 chances, wasn't it, that Liverpool could have put away. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool 3 points, happy days. We're on top of the league, I think, until tomorrow, until Arsenal play West Ham, I believe. So again, there is I hope still that West Ham might do something against Arsenal. But again, we'll be watching that, of course, tomorrow anyway. But let me know your guys' thoughts anyway in the comments. Good evening, press. Hope you're doing well, mate. Why are you wearing a cap indoors? I've just come back. To be fair, I've just come back from being outside, so I haven't had time to take it off. So yeah, so back to you, Luke. Anyway, why are you wearing glasses indoors? There you go. He's gonna hate me for that. It might be sunny. It is sunny in somewhere. It's definitely not sunny where I am at the minute anyway, but yeah, that'll be a good excuse, press anyway. Yo, Connor, big up as well. Evening, Ozan, hopefully you're doing well, mate. And again, yeah, if anyone, hopefully everyone had a good Christmas. Hopefully everyone is doing well and okay. I'm not ill anymore, which is brilliant, and I'm not coughing my lung up on stream, which is fantastic. Endo was fantastic. Gets better every game. Yeah, 100%. Apart from that one time yesterday where he thought a Burnley player was a Liverpool player, again, time and time again, he's getting better and better. And that's the thing for me now, where Liverpool are going to massively miss him for the next month. I think that it's, we've got Arsenal, we've got Newcastle, and then I think Endo and Salah are gone. Then for obviously the Asia Games and AFCON as well, which it's a massive miss. Those two in particular. Obviously, Jurgen speaking about it last night in the press conference, saying that again, Liverpool have found their way so far throughout the season, but Liverpool are going to have to find different solutions now. Depending on Endo missing out, obviously due to the Asia Games, and of course Mo going as well, which again, you'd probably suspect Harvey Elliott's going to be on the right hand side for Liverpool. It could be Dominic Szoboszlai as well, but I'd most likely think it's going to be Harvey Elliott on that right hand side, unless Jurgen wants to go out and sign someone, which would be fantastic. But again, I doubt that. In attacking areas anyway at the minute. Good evening, Panav, as well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hello, my friend, after a long time. Nicola, hopefully doing well. Good to see you in the chat. Press says Jota is the best finisher at the club and proves it again. Yeah. I think the only thing that lets Jota down is probably link-up play. Probably in the box, he's the best finisher at the club, 100%. I can't disagree with that at all. Good evening, Doug. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully the family is doing all good as well. And as Panav said there, all right, Doug, hope you and the family are all well. But just talking genuinely about the game yesterday, of course, obviously, like we mentioned with Darwin Nunez getting his first goal in 13, which, to be fair, on the 6th minute, Liverpool should have scored at least 3 goals at that time. But for me yesterday, it just goes to show that, for me personally, Darwin Nunez is at his best when he's playing as a striker or playing as a number 9. Yesterday, we saw obviously Cody Gakpo coming off the left, Darwin through the middle, and that was what what massively impacted the game. You look at, the amount of chances that Cody missed. You look at Darwin missed, I think, 1 or 2. Bit unlucky in certain aspects of things because, again, Paul Tierney, again, I don't know how he's refereeing Liverpool games at all this season, let alone ever. But again, there was opportunities to, be 3-4-0 up. Mo Salah, again, missing golden opportunities left, right, and centre. But I think Liverpool's best front 3 is probably Jota, Darwin, and Mo Salah. And I'm hoping we see that against Newcastle. Now, we got to wait till Monday till that. But again, obviously, watching last night, I think that the way the front 3 was working, in particular with the midfield, that was what it should be. It should be Cody Gakpo on the left, like we saw with him with PSV. Again, we haven't seen that version of Cody Gakpo in a Liverpool shirt, I don't think, since he signed for the club personally. Again, I don't know whether or not if anyone would agree with that. But I want to see that Cody Gakpo. I want to see him on the left. I want to see him, again, hugging the sideline and then cutting inside, and because we've seen that all the time from somebody like Lucho, who is coming inside all the time and not really utilizing the ball to his best abilities. And I feel like with Cody Gakpo, he's a lot better at doing that. And again, you could easily play Gakpo in a false 9. I think that's an option for Liverpool that they could, do. You could put Darwin on the left and then have him and Mo, as inside forwards, and then obviously, Gakpo in that false 9 position. But I just think that last night was just an example of, again, Darwin's at his best when he's playing through the middle, and Cody Gakpo is at his best when he's playing on the left-hand side. And look, I was seeing a couple of Burnley fans after the game saying that, again, that God, they should have had something from the game. Absolutely not. I think if any Burnley fan thinks that they deserve to get something from that game last night, then again, I can't help you. But, what game of football was you watching? The only opportunities that Burnley had, Liverpool created for them. And when we talk about relegation races as well, just, sidetracking onto Burnley, you look at that game last night between Luton and Sheffield. Burnley last season were miles better than them two, but this season they haven't been performing well at all. Obviously, they haven't got the same players as last season. I don't think, again, they've had, I think, a few injuries as well, like crucial injuries as well. But for me, I just think that it's very much the 3 that went down compared to the 3 that's come up this season. I feel like the quality is night and day. Like, I feel like last season, the 3 that went down, you could make an argument if you were to put them all in a table, that the ones that are in the Championship would do better than the ones in the Premier League right now. I don't know if anyone else would agree with that, but I don't know. I feel like Burnley, Luton, and Sheffield have been awful coming up this season. And when you do look at Vincent Kompany, obviously Vincent Kompany's he's an up-and-coming manager. Obviously last season, got promotion and won the Championship with a Premier League standard team. But it just feels like, they can't afford to sack him because I think he's down to a 6-year contract. And if they were to do that, who do they bring in? Burnley. Because if they do bring in anyone to, save them, then you could say, you're not going to get any, better style of manager at Burnley, I would say, anyway, at that club. So I don't know if anyone else would agree with that anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts on the game as well. Let me know your man of the matches in the comments, and just let me know your overall thoughts from the game last night as well. What's your prediction for Everton v Man City? I've gone 3-1 City. I think City will win. Sorry, Tom. I've just seen Tom's in the chat. I have predicted Everton to win the last like 2 or 3 weeks. But yeah, I think City are going to win 3-1. I hope they don't. I hope Everton actually turn up. I'll be watching the game later. But yeah, I think 3-1 City. They're going to come back and start that 17-game winning streak that we all hate them for. Thoughts on our disallowed VAR goals, Connor? I don't get them. Again, last night was it Paul Tierney was the referee, and I'm trying to think who was on VAR. I think it was the one who refed midweek or in the weekend for us. Again, like especially with Gakpo's goal, like I can understand Mo's to a little bit of an extent. Again, it's smart play from the Burnley defender. Mo's in the line of the goalkeeper. That I can understand in some aspect, but the Cody Gakpo goal, there's no contact. Like if that's given a goal, that's not getting overruled because again, I think Amazon, whoever's on commentary last night mentioned it. You know, there's not enough to overturn it. I'm sorry, there's no contact. Like if there was contact there, but from Darwin, I'd say fair enough. You know, look, he's made a foul. It's not a goal, but there is literally no contact between the defender and Darwin Nunez. So what's the free kick being given for? And when you watch the footage back, when you go and you actually look at the Burnley defenders, none of them are asking for a free kick. Like none of them. All of them are disappointed from the goal being conceded. When you go and watch it back, none of them are shouting for a free kick or nothing. And then Paul Tierney thinks, "Oh yeah, it's not a foul." But then we'll check it. Like that's the annoying thing. Like, and this is where I think that they should. Again, because when we talk about VAR and like, you know, again, it's a different perspective or whatever. The main reason why they didn't change it from a goal, well, a non-goal being a goal, was because it wasn't clear and obvious that the foul, you know, it wasn't a foul. So go and send Paul Tierney to the monitor and tell him, right, there's the angle, look at it again. If you think it's a free kick, if you think there's contact, then disallow the goal. If you don't, then it's a goal for Liverpool. But again, it's Paul Tierney. So what do we expect from that? Was it good process, boys? Like, I genuinely laugh at it. And this is the thing when, like, you know, when we talk about Liverpool and title races and top four races and this, that, and the other, don't allow the referees to cause headlines. Jurgen spoke about it yesterday after the game and was, you know, on about the performance of the referees. It's the same week in, week out. We're constantly talking about refereeing decisions, and it's not the technology. It's the actual officials we're talking about. And the standard of refereeing is crap. It's been crap for a while. I don't need to go on a rant. I don't need to, you know, go on about it and so on. But you know what Jurgen Klopp is speaking is the truth. The quality of refereeing in the Premier League is terrible. You know, there's what, 2, maybe 3 decent referees in English football at the minute, I would say personally. The rest of them are either outdated or just stupid in their approach to refereeing. And this isn't just on the Liverpool side of things. It's just genuinely, like, in Premier League, you know, and not even the Premier League, in English football, you like the referees, they're either dinosaurs or they're good in some sense. Like Paul Tierney, why is Paul Tierney like refereeing a football game? Like the amount of mistakes. Is Simon Hooper as well? That's who was on VAR, Simon Hooper. He's made so many mistakes. The Liverpool-Chelsea mistake, the City game where he blows for a free kick when it should never be blown for a free kick. Why is that? Like, why are you still refereeing at the highest level? And and obviously Luke is a referee. If Luke is still in the chat as well, like you should have young up and coming referees in the top of the Premier League, like Premier League, Championship. There should be young referees in that. And obviously, I'm not talking like, you know, 20-year-olds or anything like that, but you know, late 20s, 30s should be, you know, refereeing football games. They should be, not 45, 50-year-olds running around like that. That's, in my opinion, that's what it should be. But in terms of VAR, I can understand Mo Salah's goal. Should it have been ruled out? No, I don't think it should have been. But again, the second goal, the Cody Gakpo goal, I don't understand personally why he was ruled out. Johnson anyway saying, hi, thoughts on Joe Gomez is playing a lot better recently. He was poor last season, but genuinely greatly improved this season, so credit to him. I think we said it in the mid-season review. For me, he's been the most improved player so far this season. For Liverpool, again, right back, centre back, left back, he's been immense this season. And I thought he had a good game yesterday as well. And I think, as Jurgen Klopp said, you have to wrap Joe Gomez in cotton wool at the minute. With Costas being out, I expect Liverpool to make signings. There's going to be a transfer video tomorrow, because obviously there's been a few links on wherever today. But it'll be interesting to see whether or not if Liverpool might actually play with just a back three and have wing backs in terms of like Lucho maybe playing as a left back or left wing back maybe. Because again, we can't play Joe Gomez every single game from now until Andy Robertson's back. I think at the end of January we can't be doing that like that. But Joe Gomez will be dead in that sense. But so far, for me, he's been the most improved Liverpool player from last season, 100%. Hi, Panav. All is well, thank you. I'm back on YouTube, so looking forward to returning. So that's good news as well from Doug. Good evening, Tom. Hopefully doing well, mate. Again, Tom will be a nervous wreck later on, of course, for the Everton game. So big up Tom as well. You reckon Hughes will beat City? I hope they beat City, by the way. But I think City will win 3-1. Don't put that on a bet or anything. To be fair, but 6-0 Everton. Jesus Christ, Tom. Love the thought anyway. But I'm gonna go 1-1 between the Ev and City. Says Panav. Chris is in as well. Good evening, Chris. Dominant victory. Don't let 2-0 fool you with VAR. Paul Tierney. It's 4-0 win at least. Tierney trying to stop Liverpool. We shouldn't have more chances we wasted. Yeah. Again, Liverpool are our own worst enemy. And even Burnley's chances that Liverpool created them, like that Endo chance where he tries to pass, I think, to Konza, and I think passes straight to the forwards, and then Liverpool on the back foot. Again, we don't help ourselves, do we? In that sense, anyway. But get rid of VAR. No point. It's now Tierney. Tierney permanently Nunez didn't foul Taylor. Yeah, I agree, 100%. Yes, says Panov. Salah was an offside. Didn't interfere with Elliott's goal, which Trafford, when he tried to save Elliott, he moved to the right. I would agree, but again, I can understand it in some sense, but again, it's every little thing they try and take away, of course they will take it away. Although we played the second half much worse than the first, my impression is that the referees did everything to prevent us from winning last night. Yeah, 100%. I don't think that's when we say that there's a conspiracy against Liverpool this season, there's more proof than ever with Liverpool and decisions. It's unbelievable at times. 100% facts. It says Ozan. Usually in the past with Tierney, I ignore it, but I couldn't last night. There's a clear agenda. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Top of the league. Hello, Jack. Hopefully doing well. Mate, let me just quickly scroll down. See if that's there. But yeah, we are top of the league for at least 24 hours from now, which again, if we said in August Liverpool would be top of the league and we've played 17 games that we've played now, it might be a lot less than that. I can't think of the top of my head how many games we've actually played in the Premier League. Is it 17 or 19? 19. So we played 19 games. But yeah, if you'd said that in January, not January, in August, I think a lot of people would have been going, well, hang on a minute, what the hell Liverpool cooking this season? And to be fair, I don't think Liverpool have been that good so far. Considering the fact that City will come back. They've got 2 games in hand on us. But to say that the fact that Liverpool have managed to, again, be in the conversation around the top of the league, while, again, not having a recognised DM, obviously we've got Rotara and know, and he's getting better and better. But, Liverpool, I think, are 2 players away from finishing the puzzle then in that regard. And the fact that Arsenal and City are pretty much finished teams, I would say. Not finished team. I think Arsenal could, again, do with better goalkeepers, and City are rebuilding in some sense. I feel like Arsenal and City are more prepared for the season, considering Liverpool had such a poor season last year. We should be around 3rd or 4th this year. The fact that we are in the conversation and in the overall feeling of, if we get this result right, if we get this and we get a good run, and looking at the data as well, Liverpool should be favourites for the Premier League. But again, you have to put in the back of your mind, new team. So you got City, charging as well. So it's one of those situations where we've been here before. Just don't get carried away. That's the honest thing anyway. But honestly, if we win the league, I'll call out refs and VAR for trying to stop us. I think we could do that now, Chris, to be fair. To be honest, I think it's so blatantly obvious the refs and the media don't want us to win the league. They are for Arsenal and City. Yeah, again, us against the world. I think that's the motto, and I think the correct motto as well. To be fair, Panav as well. We feared Gomez at left back. He's not actually bad at fullback. I think fullback's his natural position, in my opinion. Yeah, he's like whenever we change to we'll change to Trent as a DM and then Gomez right back. I think Liverpool are actually really good at that as well, to be fair. All right, Jack, I hope you had a good Crimbo as well, if Jack is still in you. Rumours of Inacio. Yeah, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Inacio, I think Anthony Robinson from Fulham as well. There's conversations about him. And I think there is a genuine question of what do Liverpool need? Do they need somebody like a Joe Gomez? Like Inacio is more Joe Gomez-esque in terms of being that centre-back that can play full-back. Or do we need an out-and-out left-back? I'm in the middle a little bit. I don't know whether or not if we need a left back or we need it, an Inacio. We're going to talk about the rumours anyway tomorrow. Tomorrow's video. Endo getting better and better. Yes, he is. For me, he's proving why Liverpool signed him. The last month, he's really stepped up. Considering obviously Macca's injury and just in general as well, he's been really, really good. And hopefully, we're only seeing the start of him. And because I think I watched something earlier on where someone was saying like Endo reminds them a lot of Fabinho, like what Fabinho would bring to Liverpool. He can make a challenge, get a yellow card in like the 10th minute and still be able to do, the tackles and the hard work and still, not get booked in that. And I think that's so crucial for Liverpool. Even though when you do look at our record this season, we've been, pretty naughty in some senses as well. So again, look, hopefully we do see, Endo now keeping up the momentum that he's built when he comes back from the Asian Games as well. When we had 2 goals disallowed for 2-0, me and my dad said, watch Burnley get an equaliser. Luckily they didn't. I think everyone, me, Luke and Ricky was watching the game. And I think Luke said that this game has 1-1 written all over it. And yeah, no, it was last night. It was very much like, oh, this is a game that Liverpool dropped points. And Liverpool would, last season, Liverpool lose that game last season. But again, it goes to show again that Liverpool have found themselves in in those tough little areas again. Obviously, thankfully for Diogo Jota stepping up, but again, look how many times last season Liverpool were in that same position and lose the game or we drop points. It's not, we've improved in that sense as well, especially away from home against a newly promoted team that's a massive improvement from what we saw last season. Refs make mistakes, but I don't believe in agendas or conspiracies. That would just drive you mad. Poor refs are the same for everyone. True, and that's what I mean. Like I think that again, we're not just talking about Liverpool. When I said that, again, the whole Premier League, the officiating's awful in that sense as well. But 19 games, 12 wins, 6 draws, and 1 loss, 16 goals conceded. And 16 goals conceded, the goal difference 23. Yeah, pretty decent record, to be fair, considering. It's a good thing we haven't been that good, and we're top, but I don't think any team's been good, in my opinion. Yeah, no, the second half of the season, you'll 100% see the best anyway. Liverpool is still in the second gear. If we can step it up, maybe get a new player or two, then we will fly. 100% agree with you on that, Panav. Will Wataru and Mo Salah still be available for Arsenal FA Cup game at the Emirates? No. Yeah, as Chris said, but then no. Newcastle is the last game that both of them will play, and then Mo's away for a month. Endo, I think, could be away for 6 weeks. I think it is. So not good. Then is it realistically? So it's actually good the fact that Maka should be back for Newcastle as well. So again, we might see, which again I don't really want to see, but we might see Trent. Actually, no, Endo's going to be there. So again, I was going to say we could see Trent as DM against Newcastle, which again I don't want to see that, to be fair. Anyway, but Endo is the Japanese Kante. I know I'm getting carried away, very carried away. But look, long may it continue, the form of Wataru Endo as well. For me personally, though, I think my man of the match last night goes to Virgil van Dijk. I know he got man of the match. I think the Premier League man of the match. Obviously, Darwin's a shout as well. Obviously, Jota as well. But I think Virgil, the last two, I couldn't quite believe the stat that is it the last 4 games in the Premier League, Liverpool have only had 3 shots that they've faced on target, which, considering the fact that Liverpool like to give away a lot of chances, is actually mad. Considering, but I think Virgil van Dijk is, again, back to his best. Last season was a blip, but so far this season he's been the best defender in the league, if not the world, yet again. For us, he's my man of the match. Obviously, I think as Brian said, but Trafford was man of the match for me. Yeah, he probably was. Considering the fact he did keep out, was it the chance that Mo Salah had? And Trafford just closed him down straight away. Or was that Cody Gakpo? I've misthought the play. I think it was Mo. But yeah, Trafford was good last night for Leeds. For bloody Burnley. There's me thinking the Championship again. But yeah, for me, I would go Virgil van Dijk. I think again, just shut down everything just straight away. From when Burnley started to try to do an attack or even try and counter us on the counter press, Virgil just shut down everything. And yeah, for me, it was outstanding again last night. Darwin seems to score more easily from difficult situations than from easier ones. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's probably the most annoying thing about Darwin is Darwin can have an open goal, miss, but then the hardest chance from any situation, Darwin scores. and look at last night's goal. Look how cool and collected Darwin was. Making the run up, making the shot, and it was a beautiful goal. And then you watch him then have a 1v1, or you watch him, and that's the difference. Like if he can just switch that, like Darwin scoring like 30, 40 goals a season. But again, like last night, the whole build-up play was frustrating at times because again, it was Mo Salah trying to get involved, Harvey Elliott. Then, like, there's so many times when you got either Cody making the running behind or Darwin making the running behind. It's just the simple pass, and then Darwin's free, can shoot, and hopefully then it's a goal. And that's the thing for me, that Liverpool's midfielders and the forwards don't do enough. They don't look for the extra pass. It's always touch, sprint, get at the defense, shoot, and then either it's a banger or just massively over the post. Szoboszlai is the worst for that. And look, Zobo can score a banger, but I'd like him to put a through ball in for Darwin Nunez sometimes, like pretty please, as well. But look, the goals will come. Last night was encouraging, considering the fact our front line hasn't been performing too good as of late. But again, look, it was encouraging, the performance, absolutely 100%. 8 saves for Trafford as well, yeah, absolutely. Again, if you talk about goalkeepers, when we're talking about top clubs needing goalkeepers, wouldn't be surprised if Burnley, get a good cash for that, cash in for him. How are the lads as well? Pick up Geordie. Obviously, bad day for you on Boxing Day. Getting battered by Chris Wood, of all bloody players, as well. But good seeing you, Geordie. Hopefully doing well, mate. But yeah, for me though, Jack, the massive shout outs on the Liverpool side of things. Obviously, Jota being back, getting a goal as well, brilliant. Darwin Nunez again getting his first goal in 13, which is really, really good. And the link up play yesterday between the front line, obviously with Jota and not Jota, with Cody and Darwin. I think that's what we should see more regular. Cody, Gakpo on the left, obviously Van Dijk and Konza as well. I should really shout out Konza. I thought Konza had a really good game, because again, Jurgen likes to pick him for the difficult games with again Palace away, Wolves away, Burnley away as well. Really, really impressive stuff from him. Wataru Endo as well. Really, really good game apart from that one blip that he had. But yeah, it's encouraging signs. And again, Newcastle on Monday, it's going to be a tough game, even though Newcastle have had their problems as of late. But look, hopefully Maka's back, Jota's back as well. So again, hopefully a full firing Liverpool team could be frightening as well, just before they do leave as well. But swap deal for Darwin anyway, or Chris Wood. Nah, I'm right. I'm all right. Thanks, Bri. With that, no, sorry, we have Isaac as well. Isaac, I watched the first half back yesterday, and he was really good. And then the second half just went missing a little bit. But again, it was a good result for Forest. Obviously, bad one for Newcastle. Where are Newcastle in the league? Are they 6th, 7th? Somewhere around there, I'm guessing. Anyway, but I'm going to leave it there for today, guys. Anyway, hopefully you lot have had a fantastic day. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with a news episode, unless anything does break from now until then. We are going to be talking about Inacio. We're going to be talking about Robertson as well from Fulham. And I believe there's also another player we've been linked with as well defensively. So that will be tomorrow's episode anyway. And hopefully, we may hear some news with Liverpool in terms of signing players in January. Again, we will just have to wait and see. But again, Liverpool have brought up nice surprises in January, so fingers crossed we can do that anyway. But again, hopefully you lot have had a fantastic day anyway. If you're new around here, hit that like button, guys. If you could, very much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button as well. Again, that's massively appreciated as always. But yeah, tomorrow, news episode. And hopefully I'll see you guys there. I've been Connor from the Cock Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.